brilliant, brilliant. Good evening, everyone. Hi, I'm audible to everyone. Hi, hello, hello, hello. Yes, I'm so quick today because A, it's raining. All of you guys showed up, which is great. I'm happy to see all your lovely faces here. Secondly, I'm getting to host after 2 long years, so yes, super happy. So welcome everyone. My name is Rajesh. This is Poetry on the Big Mic. We are Culture Shock. It's a small arts and culture initiative, and this is what we do. We organize open mics and we love doing that. So, to cut things short, we got a lineup of 11 poets who have braved the rains and come here despite all odds. Uh, I'll be introducing them one by one as the night progresses. Meanwhile, I would require 4 judges who would be scoring the competition tonight. So, anyone who is not a poet, may raise their hands right now. Alright, I see someone on my right, someone there, someone there. Alright. So, what's your name? Manoj, would you like to judge tonight? Sure. Why don't you come up here? I'll give you your judging sheet. Alright, we got Manoj here, he's judging. I need someone else. Nihal, would you like to come up? You seem to be very enthusiastic tonight. Yes, and okay, we need 2 more judges. Are there any women in the house? Ramya, would you like to judge? You're reading tonight. I'm so sorry. I didn't know that. Aditi, would you like to judge? All right. All right, and we got a gentleman onto my left who wants to judge. So, very gracefully, sir. So rules are very simple. We got 3 categories. One is content, performance, and something special called as the big mic factor. So essentially, you score each of these categories on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the least and 10 being the most that you can give. And then at the end of the day, I being the scorer, I'll total it on a score total of 30. And then by the law of averages, it's a long process for me. So, to kickstart proceedings, I'm just going through the list of participants. Alright, we got someone, I don't think so he has come here. I think he has come here for the first time. Is Vivek in the house? Vivek? Hey Vivek. Hi. Vivek, would you like to go up first? You like to sit? No, alright.
I think I'll just stand and sit. It's more comfortable. Okay, it's not my first time, like he said, but I'm coming after a long, long gap. It's been a good 6-8 months. Things have changed a little bit since I last came to the school and the content and all that stuff. So it's become a little complicated. Nonetheless, let's start. Okay, this is a Hindi poem. It's an attempt at writing Hindi, which I'm not that good at. But still, it's titled Mera Bharat Mahan. It's pretty self-explanatory. There it goes. सदियों से सिखाया गया तुम्हें, फिर भी तुम समझे नहीं ये बात. राजनीति खेली जाए जिसके साथ, वो तो है आम इंसान. वो करे भी क्या, जिसकी जिंदगी है फंसी इन दायरों में. सुबह की रोटी, शाम का पान. तू बना रहे नादान, मैं करता रहूंगा मेरा भारत महान. गर्व से लूं शपथ, कर्मों से रोज करूं अपमान. गद्दी पर बैठते ही तुम्हें रोजाना पहुंचाऊं शमशान. न रोक पाओगे मुझे, आखिर भ्रष्टाचार ने मजबूत किया है कारवान. तू बना रहे नादान, मैं करता रहूंगा मेरा भारत महान. ना मैं किसी का बाप, ना भाई, ना बेटा, सिर्फ चुनाव का विजेता. बुलाकर रिश्ते खून, दूध और मिट्टी के बन गया हूं मैं नेता. अब यही मेरी पहचान. सियासत खेलती हुई राजनीति में ही फंसी रहेगी ये जान. तू बना रहे नादान, मैं करता रहूंगा मेरा भारत महान. पढ़ा नहीं खुद मैंने, लेकिन कितनों को बांटा है ज्ञान. मेरे झूठ से लिखी जाएगी इस युग की नई गीता, नई कुरान. तुम विश्वास रखो मेरे लफ्जों पे तो तुम्हें मिलेगा मेरे मेरे उप का पायदान। तू बना रहे नादान, मैं करता रहूंगा मेरा भारत महान। सीमा पे खड़ा जवान जो हंसते हुए दे दे जान, सब कुछ जानते हुए भी अनुशासन के नाम पे मेरी खामियों को तुम्हारी तरह वो भी कर देता है अनजान। इस देश में लहू सिर्फ मेरी लाल बत्ती की बढ़ाए शान। ए हिंदुस्तान, तू बना रहे नादान, मैं करता रहूंगा मेरा भारत महान, मेरा भारत महान। थैंक
Patriotic note. Vic, why don't you come have a shot? So we're just running away. We still do that. We still give shots.
you. Non-alcoholic.
Non-alcoholic. Would anyone like to have a shot? You know, Ajay, you want
You
to?
gotta have it. Rajesh, you gotta have it.
Why would I have it? I'm not drinking that.
No, that's the rule.
That's the rule.
The host
So if
has
no
to
one
have
else has it, I have it.
You have to.
Cool, alright. Cheers. Free booze.
Have some stimulation, this guy.
I just need to warm a bit. Next up, is there someone called as Akra in the house? Arka, sorry, I'm so sorry. Arka. See, I get names wrong after I get drunk. Super. Arka, first time here at Poetry on the Big Mic. So why don't we just give her a typical Superb chill out crowd. Are you nervous right now? Slightly? Don't have to. It's a really nice crowd. You know, take the mic, it's yours.
My poem's name is Koi Apna. It's in Hindi. Pretty obvious. यारों के साथ याराना अपना, धुंधली फिजाओं में फसाना अपना, झूम रहे हैं बेहोशी के होश में कि दुनिया लगे बेगाना अपना। दोस्तों के सिवा कोई ना पहचाना, बेताल सुरों में तराना अपना। उनकी बातें हजारों कटे ना, पल भर की जबरन चुप्पी खले गहरा। मैखाने की गंध में दोस्तों का नशा अपना, लड़खड़ाते कदमों में सहारा अपना। इस जग की चहल पहल में दोस्तों के संग दुनिया अपना। यारों के साथ याराना अपना, धुंधली फिजाओं में फसाना अपना। सॉरी, स्लाइटली नर्वस।
No, it was really brave of you to come up here the first time. It's a problem, it gets to everyone, no problem. But, Arka, this is like a ritual of sorts. We give a shot to everyone who comes up on stage. So, cheers to Arka, guys. Well, I got her name wrong first. I won't get it wrong again. It's Arka, A-R-K-A. Judges, have you got the name right? Alright. So next up, who do I get? Okay, I would like to give you two options. You know, it's time to play options. I'd like to give you someone who is a regular on the comedy circuit, who's is a part of an ensemble called the Improv Comedy Mumbai, and you have someone who is an accomplished poet in his own right. He's been like a legend of the stage. So whom would you like to go?
Comedy first.
Comedy first, laughter first. All right, I would like to call upon Nasir.
Nasir!
Nasir, there you go.
Thank you. So before I begin, I want to ask who here gets inspired by movies? And I just don't mean in a way that okay, this movie has social message, so I need to do something. Just in a very nice way to get something out of a movie. Alright, I've done the question. You can raise your hands. Alright, good. So you too. Nice. So my poetry is about my love for movies. I'll try to express it in the best way I can. There are movies that make sense, and there are those that don't. Call me to watch the latter, and I obviously won't. Unless you're a babe, then I really don't have a choice. I'll watch any kind of movie, even some shit like Miami Vice. Coming to my earliest, The Lion King. That movie was really a gem. And there, of course, Hans Zimmerman's music, it still sends some goosebumps down my entire bodily realm. And something from there, you won't believe when I was little, I was scared to the core. I sometimes imagine Scar just showing up right behind me with his yellow eyes to the core. Now back then, that full of inspiration from movies hadn't yet shown, but I'd still watch popular ones like Terminator, Titanic and Home Alone. And then later on it was none other than Alfred Hitchcock, as far as I can recall, who made watching movies into this grandeur fairy tale ball. From Dial M to Murder, to Psycho to Rope, his movies were like the silver screen dope. And I do watch Bollywood, but the number falls very low in the tally. It's about being really selective there. Like, you decide on finally who you want to marry. And it's a given. We all have celeb crushes, right? Who sense, whenever we see them on screen, just sends some rushes. To me, it's Emma Watson, aka Hermione Granger. Someday I just hope that I won't be just another love-struck stranger. And we all have that one amazing friend who has a lot of collection of movies. And if that friend is of the kind, then probably you will also get some with movies. Now, every movie that I have ever seen that I can remember, I've put it down alphabetically with genre and actor. Now, this list is like my own little proud film nest. If you ever want to watch a movie, just give me a call and I'll suggest. Thank you.
Nasir, there you go, you're sure? I just had one question. Just one question to ask of you.
Yeah.
What is this safety pin doing here?
Alright, I'll answer that. I got a piercing done through a friend who was a little unreliable in her skills. But actually worked. I got the piercing and everything was okay. And somehow one day I just lost the stud. So to not let that close up, because it's really a proud moment for me that I got this done, I've got the safety pin in. Thank you.
Famous now. Alright. Next up, someone I watched like the last time and instantly become like a big fan of him. It's pretty funny the last time he came on stage. His name is Ernest Flanagan, and so you're up next. Yeah. You need your backup. Huh? So would you take time or? Yeah? So why don't we get someone else on stage? Ajay, would you like to go? So while Mr. Ernest, or Ernie as we call him, gets his laptop up and charging. Okay. It's his friend's laptop, alright. So we have with us Ajay. Ajay, I'm seeing you here for the first time. Is this your first time here?
Yeah.
So why don't you kind of introduce us? Introduce yourself to us.
My name is Ajay and I'm a poet. Yeah, my name is Ajay Kishore and I'm a poet. I work in advertising and I'm an activist as well.
God bless your soul. You work in advertising.
Poetry is in Hindi. कविता का शीर्षक एक आतंकवादी के कलम थे। वे रात के अंधेरे में आए और मुझे ले गए। वे रात के अंधेरे में आए और मुझे ले गए और बंद किया किसी कमरे के अंधेरे में। वे रात के अंधेरे में आए और मुझे ले गए और बंद किया किसी कमरे के अंधेरे में और पूछते रहे सवाल जिक्र किया विस्फोट का और मेरी हड्डियों में तलाशा अपनी बेच से कोई सुराग। जिक्र किया विस्फोट का और मेरी हड्डियों में तलाशा अपनी बेच से कोई सुराग। उन्हें लगा मेरे सीने में पल रहा है कोई साजिश। उन्हें लगा मेरे सीने में पल रहा है कोई साजिश। सो नंगा किया मुझे मेरा जिस्म एक जीता जागता सबूत बना सकता है कारनामों का। मेरा जिस्म एक जीता जागता सबूत बना सकता है कारनामों का। पर अदालतें उनकी थी गुनहगार नहीं ठहरा। जीरा हुई पर मैं नहीं था चर्चा में। काले पोशाक में चमकते रहनुमाओं की चिंताएं कोई दूसरी। काले पोशाक में चमकते रहनुमाओं की चिंताएं कुछ दूसरी थी। नेशनल इंटीग्रिटी को कई बार उछाला गया हवा में। काले पोशाक में चमकते रहनुमाओं की चिंताएं कुछ दूसरी थी। नेशनल इंटीग्रिटी को कई बार उछाला गया हवा में, और मैं किसी बकरे की तरह कटघरे में खड़ा चुपचाप सोचता रहा राशन के बकाया के बारे में। और मैं किसी बकरे की तरह कटघरे में खड़ा चुपचाप सोचता रहा राशन के बकाया के बारे में। बनिए का वो खुर्राट चेहरा, बनिए का वो खुर्राट चेहरा और मेरी बीवी का झांकना बार बार खाली कनस्तर हो। बच्चियां स्कूल छोड़ देंगी क्या? वो घर कैसा होगा अब जहां मेरी हाजिरी नहीं है? वो घर कैसा होगा जहां मेरी हाजिरी नहीं है? अब खिड़की का जाला साफ हो गया हो शायद, खिड़की का जाला साफ हो गया हो शायद, पर टूटा हुआ आईना अब भी वही होगा जिसे मैं बदलने वाला था। पर टूटा हुआ आईना अब भी वही होगा जिसे मैं बदलने वाला था। बारिश भी आने वाली है, फल का बिकना कम हो जाएगा। बारिश भी आने वाली है, फल का बिकना कम हो जाएगा। अम्मी को नींद नहीं आएगी, खटिए पे खांसती रहेगी वो रात भर। दवाई लेने अस्पताल पहुंच जाएगा, दवाई लेने अस्पताल पहुंच जाएगा। सजाए मौत की मांग हुई मेरे लिए एक आतंकवादी के लिए, सजाए मौत की मांग हुई मेरे लिए एक आतंकवादी के लिए। देशभक्ति का बाजार गर्म हुआ, अच्छा व्यापार हुआ। सजाए मौत की मांग हुई मेरे लिए एक आतंकवादी के लिए। देशभक्ति का बाजार गर्म हुआ, अच्छा व्यापार हुआ। डिस्काउंट्स और ऑफर्स के बीच न्यूज चैनल ने बेचा सरकारी छूट। डिस्काउंट्स और ऑफर्स के बीच न्यूज चैनल ने बेचा सरकारी छूट। होम मिनिस्ट्री ने सुरक्षा इंतजाम के पुख्ते वादे किए। होम मिनिस्ट्री ने सुरक्षा इंतजाम के पुख्ते वादे किए। होम मिनिस्ट्री ने सुरक्षा इंतजाम के पुख्ते वादे किए। आर्म्स के फ्रेश ऑर्डर दिए गए विदेशी एजेंसियों को, आर्म्स के फ्रेश ऑर्डर दिए गए विदेशी एजेंसियों को। स्विस बैंक के गुप्त खाते में हेरफेर हुआ, स्विस बैंक के गुप्त खाते में हेरफेर हुआ, और मेरे खिलाफ एक ग्लोबल वॉर छिड़ गया, और मेरे खिलाफ एक ग्लोबल वॉर छिड़ गया। दुनिया के सारे मुनाफिक एक हुए, दुनिया के सारे मुनाफिक एक हुए। डैलस में एक शानदार पार्टी हुई। डील को सील किया गया कि मेरे लाश से निकला तेल कौन कितना पिएगा। डील को सील किया गया कि मेरी लाश से निकला तेल कौन कितना पिएगा। अपनी खुमारी में हुक्मरानों ने फरमान जारी किया, अपनी खुमारी में हुक्मरानों ने फरमान जारी किया कि मेरी मौत एक उपलब्धि है, मानवता के लिए, विश्व प्रेम और शांति के लिए जरूरी है। अपनी खुमारी में हुक्मरानों ने फरमान जारी किया कि मेरी मौत उपलब्धि है, मानवता के लिए, विश्व प्रेम और शांति के लिए जरूरी है। हाँ, निहायत ही जरूरी है पूंजी की वृद्धि के लिए खोकर का मर जाना। हाँ, निहायत ही जरूरी है पूंजी की वृद्धि के लिए खोकर का मर जाना। जरूरी है किसानों का नरसंहार भी, जरूरी है किसानों का नरसंहार भी कि मॉन्सेंटो धन कमा सके। जरूरी है किसानों का नरसंहार भी कि मॉन्सेंटो धन कमा सके। मजदूरों का भूखे मरना भी जरूरी है कि देश का जीडीपी बढ़ता रहे। मजदूरों का भूखे मरना भी जरूरी है कि देश का जीडीपी बढ़ता रहे। और जरूरी है हिंदुस्तान में मुसलमानों का हाशिए पे बने रहना, और जरूरी है हिंदुस्तान में मुसलमानों का हाशिए पे बने रहना भी कि बंटवारे की राजनीति बनी रहे। ये बंटवारा ही है मेरे दोस्त, ये बंटवारा है ही है मेरे दोस्त कि दमन हमारी नियति है, तिल तिल मरना हमारा कि वो और भी अय्यास हो सके।
जी जोर का झटका लगा दिया आपने, थोड़ा शॉर्ट लिया। All right, after that pretty hard-hitting note, Mr. Ernest would like to go up next. Judges, have you gotten the names so far? All right.
I'm only here for the free shots.
So are we all.
Okay, the last time I chose humor, so this time I thought I'll do something serious. So this poem is called The Silent Voice. I write them and I forget about them, so I have to read from the laptop. I hope you don't mind. The Silent Voice. Can we hear the silent cry of the female fetus about to die? Please, Father, Mother, let me live. I'm a gift from God above. All I want is your sweet love. Let me be born. I have much to give. I will be a quiet child. Unlike boys, I won't run wild. I'll help you do the housework every day. My school grades will be good, and like a good daughter should, be obedient in each and every way. I'll grow up. Oops, what did I do? See, I'm not a computer savvy guy. I'll grow up to make you proud. I will stand out from the crowd, different from men in every way. With good character, I'll stand tall, avoid drugs and alcohol, and take care of you when you are old and grey. So spare me the doctor's knife. Don't let him take my life. Is it my dowry that's causing you concern? I'll find a husband who will say, I don't want dowry anyway. We'll be content with what we both can earn. The world is changing every day. This dowry tradition may not stay. What is now considered right may then be wrong. When I'm of marriageable age, I will earn a decent wage, and the dowry system may probably be long gone. So mother, don't hesitate to carry my unborn weight. In 9 months, you will hold me in your arms. I know I'll be a great delight. I will love you with all my might, and all at home will succumb to my charms. That's it. And then, if I may read something humorous. This one is, it's called Designer Rain. I went to work today and I got wet. And I was going squish, squish, squish all over the office. And I thought this would be a good, how do I do this? I thought this would be a good, can you help me please? Ah. Designer rain. Seasonal rain had become quite a pain, at times too heavy and sometimes static, flooding the streets, disrupting the trains, so we decided to make rain automatic. A meeting convened with like-minded souls was held in the great municipal hall. A plan to achieve our common goals and decide when the rain should fall. A machine was built to control the rain and set up in a Mada constructed tower. Parts smuggled in from Japan and Spain, while Reliance provided the power. It was decided that heavy rain should fall when most citizens were asleep or indoor. Automatic rain would always be on call, each morning between 3 and 4. The rain would clean the city streets and disappear neatly into the sewer. The city would look clean and neat, and our problems would surely be fewer. The low-lying areas in our city, where the monsoon was a menace, redeveloped into a real pretty duplicate of Venice. Oops, I skipped something. Yeah. Where am I? Sorry. Yeah. From faraway Venice then, gondolas we would bring and audition handsome boatmen who also knew how to sing. I'm sorry, this should be flowing, but the last time I spent half the evening writing them down from the laptop. One second. I'm sorry, really. We flooded the low-lying areas with seawater from the bay. Sheer genius was our crowning feat. Plastic bags to make the water stay. Oh, I did it again. What have I done? I really don't know how to handle a laptop.
Next time,
There's just 2-3 verses left here. Just do it again. I'm sorry, really. Terrible.
Write it down.
Absolutely unexcusable. government was relieved, no further expense would be borne. For 400 years we believed the plastic bags would not be torn. Taxi drivers given loans to buy boats. Barn stains were washed away. Obsolete were umbrellas and raincoats, for every day was a sunny day. We fished and played water sports in the Venice part of town. Schools taught children to swim and float, and all the rodents did drown. With the tides, the water rose and fell, and through the streets our boats did ply. The tourist trade was doing well, and proud and happy were you and I. Thank you.
What do I say so the rains got to you? so that was Mr. Ernest, not really in character as of today. So what I suggest is you can score him on his previous poem, the first one that he recited. Next step, I would like to give you two options: someone who writes a blog, someone who has written a book. Book. Who do you want? Book? Alright. Without further ado, Miss Divya Diana Dayas, can you step on stage? And Divya, before you go on, why don't you tell us something more about your book and where to buy it from?
Okay, I've just released a book earlier this year. It's called Skid Marks of Logic, and it's about Indian girls exploring their sexuality in the, oh my god, awful hypocrisy that exists in our society, where everybody leads two lives and you just can't help it. You cannot say half the things that go on in your mind, and you so want to scream it out loud, but you cannot. Yes. Yeah. So anyway, that's what the book is about. And it's available on Flipkart.com. It's available in Oxford, near Casey College, Churchgate. It's available in Kitab Khana. It's available in many other places. And yeah, you should totally go and buy it. And today what I decided to do was, since I am an author and I like creating stories, that I would create a kind of a story with what I'm about to say and take you, try and transport you somewhere. So anyway, so this is the intro. Again. I have only ever loved one guy, unconditionally. I can forgive him anything, including stamping all over my heart. He said, I know not what love is. He said, I was lucky that he was the one who screwed me over. Fool that I am, the only time I got upset was when he left me searching for his laughter in the void of his absence. So basically, this girl writes a poem, and the name of the poem is Rage, because she doesn't know what to do with that void. She doesn't know how to fill it. Okay. I would tear up all the papers of all the letters we ever shared. I would burn all the reasons why I ever thought you cared. I cared. But how do I burn up a mind already spinning out of control? Damn it, how to stop the thoughts? How to stem what won't be caught? Why did I ever memorize? Memories turned out to be lies. Why did I never see that everyone else, like everyone else your age, you were nowhere near ready to let go and find yourself so deep within me? Now I'm burning up the evidence. I'm screaming at the top of my lungs to drown out the din. Would it please you to know I nearly ran a knife through this heart to stop it behaving as it does? If it does not live, it does not love. These tears fill up the silver cups. I'm drinking my sorrow, saline medicine, another futile way to deaden the cells, the sensitivity. I'm still chasing the demon of your supposed love. Tie me up and cross me out. I know you know nothing about this stormy emotion parading as love. Dripping through my soul and burning everything. I can't act, I can't think. So seeped in the sensations of what used to be. Reverse what happened between us. I don't ever want to see you again.
for you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Divya. Judges, have you got the name proper? Alright. I think it's time to stir things up a bit. Do we have A-list in the house? Now, A-list is his stage name. He raps, and he raps on socially relevant issues. And A-list, can we get him a glass of water, please? So, would you like to take on the mic now?
Yeah.
All right. So, just to inform you, after A-list goes, we'll be taking a small 5 to 10 minute break, and then we regroup. A lot of great poets coming up after this as well. A bit of hip hop, a bit of Hindi poetry, a bit of English poetry. So, A-list, are you ready now?
How's everyone tonight? Woo! Make some noise! Woo! Okay, now this is not, I usually freestyle, but this is actually a pre-written. It's a song I pieced together across many napkins and notepads. It's a story about a woman who is in the oldest profession. So the song's called A Tale of a Prostitute. So here goes. I've got a pen, notepad is what I need. In this game, all you have is your greed. Your hunger, when duly confronted, will turn around and ask you, how bad do you want it? And that's how sick a pimp can be. Is it your hunger or your dignity? Want a better life, but the costs are high. Whatever your wishes were horses, right? You feel like a corpse with life, a living contradiction. You've lost a life, you're sick of all the friction. Literally, your vagina feels so very sore, and so many more, daily quota of a whore. That's right. And sometimes you get sick of all the tension. Got a black eye because you asked for contraception. Now 8 skills, but what's a prostitute's life's worth? And though it might hurt, she wants the wife's curse. Waiting all night for her husband to come from the whore. But that is alright, at least her vagina isn't sore. You see, that's how it used to be for her. Let me go and tell you exactly what must occur. Because when you will believe a lie when you can't control truth. That's what it's like when your vagina's a toll booth. That's right. This is the tale of a prostitute. Listen to what the pain can constitute. That's right. This is the tale of a prostitute. So listen to what the pain can constitute. The other night, she had this one client. He liked them feisty. She wanted him defiant. He said if she didn't resist, then he wouldn't come. But then he used his fist, and it just wasn't fun. He whipped her. He hit her till he was damn tired. So bloody, she could have breastfed a vampire. And that's what happened to her nearly every day. Can you listen to what this woman has to say? Because this is a daily choice she has to make. Go through this, go through the rape, or have a hungry meal and no food on your plate. Can you understand? Can you relate? No, you cannot. But let me bring it back to that. Let me go ahead. Let me wrap this fact. He said, Acha, you have to wear my mother's clothes. And then he raped her, said, you're not just another whore. She sure felt like one. But he was in a zone. In her face, it felt like cum. She wanted to be alone. She wanted to be alone. But by the time they were done on alcohol, he was high. And all she just wanted to do was crawl out and die. Was to crawl out and die. Because I'm telling you, there is no way to tell what she felt. She met Lucifer later that night. She told him, do you think you know what is hell? Not really though. So let me take this down. Yeah, I know you listening to A-list now, and they say I happen to be the best in the game, but my tools are inadequate to be expressing her pain. That's right, let me go ahead. I can write of the pain, but how can I describe what happens to a person when their soul dies? So listen, this is the tale of a prostitute. And to do this can never fail because it constitutes so much more pain than you can ever understand. So this is the third verse, and listen to this man. Because the song is a work in progress, but I'm proud of the third one. Listen to every fucking word, son. So you glorify pimps and hoes. Tell me really, how do you think it goes? When you're kidnapped from your home at age 6, what's the basis? Forced to take dicks. Learn to shake tits and suck the same dick that she was raped with? Come on, what's really going on with that? I gotta say, all of your hip-hop songs is whack. Because you think that's great shit. For me, a pimp's a fake bitch. What is the basis? You getting rich off the misery you create with? But you don't understand, your whole system is makeshift. Because all it takes for it to stop is for her to snap. If you know me, you know I researched the facts. So one day, she put a razor blade inside of her mouth. And she had to give him his payment. So then she went out. And very calmly, with a matter-of-fact patience, got on her knees, turned the blowjob into castration. Yeah, and when the blade and the cold steel touched his dick, the last word he said is, "What the fuck is this?" And that's how the story ends. And you got to say, I got respect for that woman. Because that very day, you see, she let him bleed to death and she walked away. The story goes, no pimp would walk on that spot for days. And the legend goes, all the hookers talk about it. They know the street well. You know what happens to her next? Wait for the sequel.
That was our man, Elis Shisham. So I guess it's about that time of a night where we take a break, go out, smoke some cigarettes, have a drink, talk to each other, sail some boats. It's raining, but that's will make the most of it. So I'll see you back in 5 minutes.